Props and Locks on Fox 10 is brought to you by FanDuel Sportsbook. Make every moment more.
Hey there, I'm Sierra Santos. Welcome into Props and Locks, brought to you by FanDuel, your weekly go-to show for sports betting with a heavy dose of NFL and your Arizona Cardinals. We know sports betting is here in the Grand Canyon State, but what does it all mean? Here's FanDuel's Chief Marketing Officer on how you can get started.
Really excited to be imminently ready to launch in Arizona. The official go live will be September 9th, so just in time for kickoff of NFL season. But you don't have to wait to get started. We actually have a pre-live offer in place where you can download the FanDuel Sportsbook app, check out the odds. If you actually register and for an account, we'll put $100 in free betting credits across our products, both on our sports betting product and our fantasy product for you to use so that you're ready to go when we officially get going on September 9th.
Sounds good to me. All right, the concept may not be new to many sports fans, but we are going to crawl before we walk. And for that, we bring in my new best friend and yours too, Ben Stevens, our sports betting expert and host of The Morning After on Sports Grid. Ben, welcome in. I gotta know, how did you start in the field of making people money, or at least trying?
That's the key, Sierra. Always trying to make people money. I don't know if I give them money on a daily basis, but we try to educate so that they can go out there and find what they need in the sports wagering landscape. So I started working with Sports Grid back in March, all around the NCAA tournament. I am a college guy through and through. College football, college basketball, was certainly with a knowledge across the sports landscape. And really through my time with Sports Grid, I have learned what it means to not just be a casual, fun sports bettor, but to be a smart and sharp sports bettor. What a number means, what this says about the game, what you can expect from line movement, all the stuff that will win you money, hopefully on a regular basis.
Okay, Ben, I'm going to send you an ASU flag to put on your back wall since you're a college guy. And we are going to start with the basics here, like Ugg boots and pumpkin spice latte basics. This segment is not for the sharps. It's for the newbies who want to learn. You are the professor, so let's go over a spread. And by FanDuel definition, it's a wager on the point, goal, or run spread. When making a spread wager, the team you bet on must cover or beat the spread. So break it all down, Ben.
So pretty much what that spread is seeing, and what the example you are seeing there between the Cowboys and the Buccaneers, the season opener in the NFL, the Bucs, the reigning Super Bowl champions, favored by 7.5. So to cover that spread, Tampa does not just need to win the game outright. They need to win by 7.5 or more points. So in this case, because you can't win by a half point in professional sports, Tampa Bay would have to win by 8 or more points to cover or beat that spread. As they say, Sierra, good teams win, great teams cover. That's how you go about betting a spread in any sport.
I'm getting that tattooed on my forehead tomorrow. A proposition bet or a prop bet is a wager on a specific aspect of an event. Most people are familiar with this if they've ever had an office Super Bowl party, right, Ben?
Yeah, absolutely so. Prop betting is one of my favorite ways of going about betting in the sports landscape, because prop bets often, Sierra, give you a little bit more of an edge on the sports book than the spread or the total. That's where the lines are very sharp. The prop betting market is relatively new, and on the FanDuel Sportsbook, there are so many different ways to approach prop betting, whether it's a player prop, a game prop. It could be both teams. It could be an individual player. It could be for a single half. There are so many different options on the FanDuel Sportsbook. And the prop betting market, or proposition betting market, is one of my favorites out there.
We also have futures betting, which are wagers on long-term events, which won't have a result for many weeks or even months. So, Ben, start of the NFL season, we got a lot of these going on right now.
And that's where the focus is at the moment. You're looking at these future bettings. Who is going to win a Super Bowl? Who will be the NFC Championship? Who will win the NFC West, a very competitive division for the Cardinals this year? You are betting on something that is going to happen months down the line. It gives you great opportunities to find some plus money, but you have to wait to see if your bet cashes. It takes a while. Be patient. The plus money and the opportunity is out there.
Okay, so I feel like we got like a little toe in the water right now, but my guy Ben over here is ready to just jump right in. So after the break, we're going to take a dip into some futures. We're talking about the hometown team over and under for Cardinals season wins and the line for week 1. We're back in just a few.
Welcome back to Props and Locks, brought to you by FanDuel Sportsbook.
We're back on Props and Locks. I'm Sierra Santos alongside our sports betting guru, Ben Stevens. We've covered the basics, sports betting 101, so let's put it all to use. The Cardinals kick off the season on September 12th, so it's time to talk a little futures. Cardinals season win sits at 8.5. In 2020, the Cardinals started out the season with a 6-3 record. The Red Sea knows all too well the way it collapsed. They finished with just 8 wins last year, Ben. Of course, we are now at a 17-game season.
Sierra, and that's probably the most important thing that you just mentioned right there. A 17-game season. You need to add that extra game into any evaluation you take for a team win total this year. You will also notice one more thing about the Cardinals team win total. It is at 8.5, but the under has the juice, which means that the FanDuel Sportsbook is indicating because the under of the 8.5 is minus 125, it's more than likely that the Cardinals go under their team win total of 8.5. All of these that we can educate you for before you place any team win total bets.
No secret that the NFC West is the toughest division in football. While the Cards upgraded key positions with veterans and a few rookies, every other team in the division got better as well. FanDuel has them at plus 110 to finish dead last.
And it makes sense because it's a very difficult division in the NFC West. Everybody with plus money prices next to their names. When you have the San Francisco 49ers at plus 190, the Rams plus 200, the Seahawks plus 280, the Cardinals for the division overall at plus 600. When you see the plus 110 for a fourth place finish in the sports betting world, that is known as the shortest odds, the favorite on the board. So that would indicate by the FanDuel Sportsbook, they expect the Arizona Cardinals to finish dead last, but it's a very tough division, so it's not the worst thing in the world if they can maybe make a wild card playoff push.
And just for fun, Cards exact win total. What's your play here, Ben?
I would actually look at the team win total and take the over of the 8.5. I'm very high on Cliff Kingsbury and the Arizona Cardinals this year. If you're going to give me the plus money option, would I go all the way up to 12? No, I guess the safe bet here would be 8 wins, right around that team win total. At least it's plus money at plus 650, Sierra.
And week 1, it's right around the corner. Cardinals are the slight underdog at plus 3, minus 114 on the road against the Titans in Tennessee, over under at 52 points.
The Arizona Cardinals, a 3-point underdog on the road for this week 1 matchup against a very tough Tennessee Titans team, a team that is favored right now, Sierra, to win the AFC South. Going on the road, week number 1, Kyler Murray and the boys looking to pull off the upset. If they do, it would be quite an outright win. Even on top of that, just covering as an underdog week 1 would make a lot of Arizona bettors very happy.
Okay, so we're not done with you quite yet. We're still talking Cards after the break. How do your favorite Cards stack up against the favorites for MVP and Rookies of the Year? We're going to cover it coming up.
Welcome back to Props and Locks, brought to you by FanDuel Sportsbook.
Thanks for staying up late with us on Props and Locks. We are rolling out the red carpet for all the NFL awards before a single snap has been played, because that's how we do it. So, Ben, we're going to go through MVP favorites for 2021. Aaron Rodgers took home the MVP honors last season, but Patrick Mahomes, the favorite this year.
Patrick Mahomes, the MVP from a couple of years ago. And as you look at this list, Sierra, you will see very short odds, all of them pretty much quarterbacks. It makes sense because 13 of the last 14 NFL MVPs have played the quarterback position. The quarterback for the Arizona Cardinals, Kyler Murray, is 23-1 to win the award, the 10th best odds on the FanDuel Sportsbook.
Defensive Player of the Year, like, when is it not Aaron Donald? But it makes sense, though. He's only won it 3 times, but he's actually tied with one of the newest Arizona Cardinals, J.J. Watt. So Watt and Chandler Jones, both at plus 7,000.
Pretty long odds for both Chandler Jones and J.J. Watt. If you're looking for value in this Defensive Player of the Year market, maybe it's not J.J. Watt, but his younger brother T.J. Watt of the Pittsburgh Steelers. Aaron Donald at 5-1. It makes sense that he's a menace. He will give Cliff Kingsbury, Kyler Murray, and the rest of the NFC West trouble all year long.
Well, we're so excited to have you on this show, Ben. Thanks so much for all your expertise, and thank you at home for watching Props and Locks, brought to you by FanDuel. As always, you can find the latest lines on the FanDuel app and website. Reminder, Ben is back next week when we are talking all things week 1. Until then, take it easy.